God, I hope the rain holds out today. Oh, what was that? So despite appearances, this old clunker right here, the bare metal Superb, isn't the easiest thing to ride. It's obviously clunky, it rattles over everything. Comfort wise, nah, so very heavy. But the main thing is, it's not the ideal easy rider that I thought it would be. Riding uphill is a bit of a chore. I was hoping that I could just sit down and pedal away, but it's not. It's some hills, the big hills, the long hills, gotta drop it down to first and really pedal away for a while. So there's one thing that I'm going to do today when I head back to the garage, and hopefully I don't get too wet, is change the gearing. It's not too hard to do on the Sturmey Archer, so I'll show you how to do that. So it's back in the garage time. Changing this out isn't going to be too difficult. The main thing on this one, of course, is the chain case, but that should just be a case of 1-2 screws to get it out, and then that bottom cover will come off, allowing me to access the wheel nuts and then drop the wheel out. But there is one thing that you want to just make sure you get in the right position before you take this off. We're going to be having to remove the rear wheel. To do that, we're going to have to disconnect the Sturmey Archer gear cable. If you aren't that familiar with them, you want to try and keep this in the best position possible, well, in the current position it is in. And this little ring at the bottom is your lock ring. The top one, collar, is just threading onto this spindle. So if we try and keep this in the same position, when we put it all back together, all the gears should focus. All the gears should work as they did before. If I just loosen it off slightly and then unwind this, when I put it back together, everything should be in the same position, same tension, and work as it does, because it works just fine at the moment, absolutely fine. Definitely put it into high gear before you disconnect that. Now on mine, as I said, I've got to take off these two bolts, two screws. So with these two screws out, I should be able to pop this off, catch the ones on the back here, because they'll fall out, and then I have access to everything underneath. And what I need now is a spanner to undo the nuts on both sides. So as you can probably see on this side, at least, with the rack that's mounted over the axle, I have to take this nut all the way off. And with this indicator chain still in there, I'm gonna struggle, and I don't wanna move that. So I'm gonna have to take this all the way out, which just unwinds like so. Now you might not have to do that. I'm just having to do this because I've got a rack on there. So I've got to take this all the way off. And then I can pop the rack off. Just pop that back on for now. Do the same to the other side and the wheel will come out. Now with both sides released, it might now get caught on the brake caliper. We'll see, but that should just slide out. Oh no, it's fine. That should just slide out, take the chain off, and you're out. Now with the wheel out, we have access to the cog that's obviously going to determine the gearing. This one is a 1/18 tooth, so I'm going to up that to a 20 tooth, and it's really simple to do. Really. All you'll see on here is a little, what do you call them, circlip. And what you're going to do is just lever that out, and once this is out, someone is cooking pie and it smells amazing. There you go. Once that is clipped out, you can take that off, put that safely to the side, and lift the old one off. Now just check, it might have one of the spacers stuck to the back. Just take the spacer off and put it back. Also be aware of which way it came off, because some of these Sturmey Archers are profiled. So this had the raised side out, Now with the new one, I've just got this one here, 1/2 inch by 18th Sturmey Archer 20 tooth cog. You can get these from loads of places, eBay, obviously is the main one I tend to use. I think SJS Cycles will also stock them, as well as a bunch of other shops. But that will just slide on there, and then this has to be pressed back into position. So I'm just going to try and line it up so the actual opening of the clip is between two of the, what would you call it, indents. And I'm going to start at the back there with it down on the deck and try and work it round. That did it. One more bit to do. There we go. Just make sure it's all clipped down. I'm just going to put this back down. There we go. And your gear's changed. That is all it took, just changing this. Now obviously if you make this bigger, it or actually if you change the sizes anyway, if you make this a lot bigger or a lot smaller, it might result in having to add links or take links away from your chain, because obviously there's only so much room in the dropouts to adjust. So be aware of that. It might require adding links or taking them away, but pretty much that's as easy as it gets to change the gearing on these Sturmey Archers to make it a little bit easier to pedal. So I'm going to fit this back in, reverse as I took it out. And that is 2 extra links added in, where are they? Just here, these 2, so I've started there, ended there, 2 extra links, and that's pulled it right into the centre of the dropouts there, and that is fine for me. So, I'm just going to go ahead and reconnect everything. With those extra covers poked in the back, that is fully done. That is the gearing changed, the gearing lowered for the Sturmey Archer. I believe you can go even bigger than 20, you should be able to. So you can change it around, you can use, you can get cogs for 3 32s chains as well. So that should be a bit more easy going now. That should be a bit more easy going now on the ride. Definitely make it a bit easier for the hills. I'll lose a bit of speed, but whatever. But yeah, this should be a useful video. Hopefully it's useful. If you enjoyed it, thumbs up, subscribe for more, and I'll catch you in the next video. And if you haven't seen the build video for this bare metal Rally Superb, check it out. I'll link it in the end screens, which is probably on the screen right now actually. So check that one out, and I'll catch you in the next video.